So there I was, building a shoebox for Bigfoot to live in, as anyone does on a random weekday in November. So I'm building, I'm moving my furniture around, and chat starts to talk about building a starter home for Bigfoot. I think Rose started it, but Mariah quickly got on board, dragged in RMJ, I think a few other people got involved, and now we're here in Moonwood Mill to build Bigfoot a starter home. Now it's been requested we build on a medium-sized lot, and this one's already empty, so I think we'll just go ahead and jump over to Prowler's Patch. Before we get started on the build, if you're wondering how you can actually request me to build a starter to your specifications, there are two ways. One, you can join our live streams. If you watch live streams long enough, you can accumulate points just like over on Twitch, and you can redeem those and I'll build you a starter. You can also join our Discord, which also has activity points, and you can request a starter there, as well as a handful of other personalized builds and videos and stuff like that. This will be a 3-bedroom home, and here's the full prompt. A home for Bigfoot and his new spouse, should have a nursery for an expected addition to the family, a pet, a small outdoor garden area, various mementos from Bigfoot's adventures in Tiny Town Land, from both his previous homes and a collection of items that are from previous homes in this tiny town as well, and a guest room to hold to how his previous house played host to the many homeless Sims in Tiny Town. I will link the Tiny Town playlist down below, and I was thinking about doing an A-frame. I definitely want to play to cabin-y style home. I'm gonna pull this out, hold Alt to push this. Oh, hello. Should be able to hold Alt. There we go. Which will give me a slightly better slope. Anyway, I definitely want it to feel cabin-y, like we are living in the woods. Are these not the same? Alright, so sometimes the game gets a little bit specific about where and where not you can put these roof slopes, which is annoying, but I think we're almost there. I don't know. What I do know is I have to figure out a floor plan for a little A-frame, and I do want it to have a second story. However, this is a starter home. The budget is up to 30,000 simoleons. What is this, 2 tiles? Okay, so I should be able to build this 2 tiles in and put these roof pieces around it and put this one on top again. Okay, so nice tall A-frame. And I really want to have a balcony coming out one side. I was thinking a little balcony overlooking a heart-shaped pond would be really cute, and a cheap way to do it. Like, I don't think that moving a pool in here is quite going to be the budget-friendly thing to do. So I'm going to go down in here and put in a little room here, and then I'll add a deck off of that. There we go. The roof shouldn't be clipping in. I mean, we're going to fix it anyway. Like, I'm going to be moving this roof over to this side, this roof over to this side. I think I want some area in here to be open as well, but remember, I do need 3 bedrooms. I need a main bedroom, I need a nursery space, and we need a guest room. And I don't think I want to have a nursery and guest room next to each other, so I'm going to want to put the nursery, I think, next to... I'm just using base game right now for planning purposes. I want to put the nursery next to the main bedroom, but also... like, where are we going to put that? Sometimes these A-frame floor plans can get kind of funky. You know what, the tall roof over to the side is kind of fun, kind of a vibe. I like it. Okay. I also do have some pack limitations, but we'll get into that later. Now, if I were to put both of our primary bedrooms upstairs and I were to get rid of the floor here, think that'll work out? It's a little bit squishy, but also, again, it's a 3-bedroom starter home. Even if it's up to 30,000, it's still a lot. So let's figure out... No, I'm going to put lights in. You guys like when I do that. There you go. Now you can see. Anyway, if I'm going to put 2 bedrooms up here, I would like to have... this is going to be squishy. Okay, so we'll have a bathroom up here attached to our main bedroom, a little nursery spot. I think that'll be cute. Obviously, we still have to figure out what exactly is going on with these stairs and how our main floor layout is going to work, especially if this is going to be open. Oof, this is not going to work out very well, is it? Like, we have to figure out a way to have our stairs come up roughly here instead. I should probably place the stairs first is what I should do. That would have been smart. Because this will make our downstairs planning a lot easier if I can put the stairs in here. However, our issue then becomes a narrow bedroom. If I push this out, that roof is just going to clip in to it for whatever reason. Okay. Anyway, bedroom, nursery, bathroom. That's a bit of an odd shape for a bathroom, isn't it? But it would be nice to have one up here. And this is a better sized nursery anyway. That's going to give us a little bit more room to work down here. I am still a little bit confused about this space. But fun fact, did you know if you use the basement tool, it just draws a room directly below? So I could do this instead, which means I would grab these roof pieces and place them down here. And honestly, we need to have a little garden space outside anyway, so this being our back door is going to work really, really well. Let's just pretend I planned that. This would be a decent spot spot for a guest bedroom, which I'll move this light into. And then this would be a great kitchen and dining area over here, which would leave this spot open for living, which is great. This doesn't leave us with a first floor bathroom, but I feel like it's what we're gonna have to do. I am going to go and check my pack limitations. So we will be using base game, obviously, cats and dogs, cottage living, love struck, life and death, outdoor retreat, werewolves, toddler stuff, laundry day, kits, basement treasures, and book nook. We are apparently not using little campers, which does disappoint me. I think that would have been a good kit to use, but I must follow the rules that have been given to me. General idea of having pack limitation type challenges is you have to use at least one object from each pack that you've been assigned. So at the very least, we've got a roof for werewolves, right? For our siding, I think we pretty much have to contractually go with, oh darn, I really wanted to use these, but that's expensive. I'd really like to keep it in the $2 zone. Looks like we're going to be going with werewolves again. And of course, a complimentary roof trim. I do want to grab a couple of columns. Now, these werewolf columns are pretty cheap. This one's pretty cheap as well. Ooh, actually, you know what? I was afraid that that was going to be a little bit too fancy, but I think it's rustic enough. So let's use a couple of those. There we go. Just 2 there. And then we will put a couple in here as well. 1 here and 1 here for structural support. You know how it is. I'll grab a floor trim over here. I like to use the jutting one, so that'll just give that a little bit more support. We'll grab a nice fence. I think I'll go with this one. It's a little bit more expensive. I think that the slightly better design is worth it. For doors and windows, cottage living is going to give us a lot of pretty decent, cheap options. However, if I want a medium height door, that's going to be a little bit more. Maybe I should look at my window options first. What are my medium wall height options for windows? I like these and they're fairly cheap, which is great. However, my issue is that this space up here is so large and empty, you know? Like, I'm not sure what I can do about that. Can I bring these up higher? Does that look silly? These are a lot smaller, but maybe this would be better for this side of the house and then I bring the larger ones in elsewhere. They do look pretty good with my door. You know, with a couple of window boxes, that might be all right. Now, window boxes are a little bit of a luxury, but if we use the werewolves ones and just have a couple of drawers of plants out here, you know, it might not be too much. We might be able to get away with that. And what the window boxes will do will give the windows more, I don't know, stature. It looks like they take up more space than they do, which helps with the proportions and everything. So let's give that a go. I'm also going to use the same door under here, but I think that I will go back to my other windows because if I want this to be my dining room, I think that a couple of tall windows will just be really nice. And I'd love to use one of these nice big glass doors over here, but something tells me I'm going to be better off financially if I use a smaller one. Oh my goodness, $525? Well, that's not what I was expecting. $140? Splendid. Let's go with that. And on the back of the house, I just realized my nursery doesn't get windows. Time for a skylight. Anyway, I was going to say on the back of the house, I'm going to care a little bit more about each room as opposed to symmetry and making it look pretty, especially since this is a starter home like we can't afford just to be pretty, unfortunately. Baby does need some sunlight though. So I could do a skylight above or a skylight to the side. The benefit of doing a skylight to the side, and no, I'm not going to paint that. That would be a waste of money. Well, we might end up painting it actually. Anyway, my point is that we could potentially make this an extra play area. So if I bring this in and I pitch it down a little bit, right now, obviously, baby's going to fall through the floor. But if I grab a little piece of flooring and I bring this over, right? And then if I put an archway here, we can actually like access that area. So that might be the play there. Anyway, we'll see how we're doing with our budget once I put my wallpapers and floors inside, and then we'll reassess. Bare minimum, our walls need to be painted with at least a $2 paint. So let's go in with one of those. Oh, these are all $2? Very nice. Yeah, we're gonna start with a 2. I also need to try to not use my eyedropper tool because that's going to mess with my pack selection over here. So, all right, if I switch out to a ladder-like stairway, then I can delete underneath it and it's not gonna look too weird. So I think that might be a good move for us there. And there's no way I can rotate this, right? Yeah, there's walls. There's a column in the middle of our living area. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I also have not considered a fireplace I feel like that's going to be out of our budget though. Okay, I do need some interior doors, and then we'll do a budget check, and then we can all laugh at how much I've managed to spend. Ready? 10,000. Okay. So honestly, it's not that bad. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher, so that is good. I don't fancy keeping these walls, so we'll be switching those out, but preferably not for anything more expensive. Do you think I have enough money for a tub shower? I would really like to do a tub because we will be adding a little baby Bigfoot to the situation, canonically speaking. And I'm just going to do cheap or second cheapest plumbing. 50, 75, 75, significantly larger. Let's go with that. And also, of course, a toddler potty for that lovely little baby Bigfoot. Put that right under the window, you know, ventilation. What's our color scheme going to be? I'd like to stick in the $2 range again as much as possible. Kind of wish this had a half wall version, you know, just half of the tile. This tile has a half tile version, which is nice, but then also a full tile version. So I could easily put this over here behind our shower or behind our tub and mirror, right? Gosh, this is a lot of brown. We'll figure out a way to bring some more color in. I think I will move this light to be over here and then see if I can't get a little light for above the sink. It should be a relatively cheap way to add a little bit of ambiance and, you know, a little bit of decoration. As long as we're up here, let's do the bedroom. Now in the bedroom, I do want a full-size bed with space on either side. As somebody who is tall and has large feet myself, having space on either side to get into the bed is very nice. Now I would like to have discomfort relief, and I would like for it to be in a real bed. Bigfoot is moving up in the world, as you know. He's quite educated now. He's taught himself to read and studied anthropology and all these good things. Probably should keep it under 1,000. This one's kind of pretty, actually. I like the colors on this one. Maybe we could do browns and pinks and oranges and keep it sort of in that family. Do you think that'd be all right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And also you can't reply because you're not here. It's just me. Womp womp. Now for our wallpapers, this one is too. I do love this one. I really like this color. I don't know if it's going to be, yeah, I don't think we're going to do red in here or black. This is a really good orange. I'm not going to use it in here, but it's a very good orange. We'll have to come back to that. Kind of like the purple. Side tables, again, trying to mix in some classic Bigfoot, right? Just sort of stealing things here and there from campsites and whatnot, I feel like is a move of his, but it doesn't have to be everything. If I scooch this closer to the wall, I can scooch our bed over a smidge and scooch this table over a little bit, and I think that'll be nice. Grab a good rug. Werewolves seems like a good option for us today. When is it not, though? Now, I'd like to put a dresser in here, but also the bassinet, because then that will let us set up the nursery as more of a toddler space, which I think is more reasonable, especially since babies are only born, like they're only a baby for 24 hours. Also, we can put a dresser next to it, which will double as a baby changing station, let's be real. So I think this one, not too expensive. I can put a little table lamp on it, even just a cute little one like this. I didn't realize this was a mushroom. Gosh, I feel like I've overlooked this so many times. I don't know anything about these. I feel like this is probably not one you want to have in your bedroom, but there's some kind of cool pictures in here. Oh, that's cute. Humans, not Bigfoot, but it mixes our colors in and it's cheap, so might go with that. Also, technically, I could bring this in for not much more money, and we want a little garden, and it was talked about that, you know, maybe Bigfoot's marrying a botanist, you know, we could run with that. It would make sense, you know, Bigfoot's studying anthropology, they've got somebody coming in studying life and plants and foresty things. I don't know, could be cute. Speaking of, let's grab a little bouquet. Perfect, 20 bucks, I'll take it. This will look better on this table, won't it? Yeah, we'll see what I end up doing with this space over here. Anyway, coming over to this side, I would also kind of like to remove this wall, which I might be able to do if I do this. Is that going to break a bunch of stuff? It did break a few things. That's okay, though. Yeah, you know what? That's going to make a lot more sense. I like that. Okay, cool beans, cool beans. Let us figure out a nursery situation, which again, I want to get set up for more of like an infant rather than a newborn. 150, 200, 150 it is. We'll do a nice little brown crib, and I never remember which way these guys get accessed, so I think I'll just plop it right there. Now, I do not believe we were given any packs that have changing tables, so I won't be adding one of those, but I can put in a dresser and then put some like diaper stuff on top of it. Right, so I could grab this little stack of diapers or this box of important baby things, right? Put that up there, put a little toy, that should be okie dokie. Also, if I split this roof and split this roof, it will actually let me paint these roof pieces different colors, which should fix this, I think. Go with the bunnies in here. I do like the bunnies. This fits more with our color scheme here. This does not come in a brown, swatch. Does have a green though, and this has a green, so maybe we do some green in here. I'm completely abandoning any hope of having a cohesive color palette throughout the build at this point. I think we can all acknowledge that. And then for our infants and toddlers, I can grab a cute little rug, size it up, add some cute little toys. The blocks are obviously very important. I think I'll grab a rattle as well. I think a Blarfy is a necessity. We do have a Bigfoot Blarfy, but not in a pack that I'm using today, so it'll just have to be normal Blarfy. And then I think a cute little chair over here will about finish that off. This is technically a dinosaur footprint, but do you think we could pretend it's a Bigfoot footprint? We probably also need to put curtains over this doorway, don't we? You know what? Maybe the cats and dogs one. I'm gonna put it right here. I know it's a little bit on the short side, but I think the colors will work okay with what we've got going on. Like, these are very foresty colors, right? I'm debating changing out these colors to be more of those, but I really like this wallpaper. Anyway, what do you think about forest colors instead? Greens and stuff. I know that these are all free, but I don't fancy putting them in the kids' room, you know? Given that this rug really isn't that expensive, I think I'll just keep going with it and sizing it up and stuff. This shelf height still annoys me so much, but I'll let it slide for right now. Still stressed about the budget, so I think I'm gonna leave that there. This is 2. Maybe I do bring this inside as at least my base wallpaper, you know? I have no floor here anymore? Oh, I know what I did, and what I did was dumb. But it's okay, we can fix it. I'm going to take a floor piece, and for everybody who's screaming at me about this, I am so sorry that I didn't hear you through time and space. Many apologies. There you go. Hopefully we can all be happy now. Okay. Anyway, let's figure out our kitchen. Kitchens are expensive. Yeah, I would really rather not go with these if I don't have to, so let's try this one. Let's even do this nice green. Okay, the countertop color doesn't match the other woods I have going on, but I think it'll be okay. Refrigerator, counter, corner. Actually might put the stove, stove there, and I'll put a sink over here, and counter, okay. And I should have a matching sink. Lovely. I can even put this right in front of the sink because we know we love that. And I already said I don't care about the back being symmetrical. So there we go. Ow. Sorry, I just smacked the microphone for absolutely no good reason. There's a callback to our chicken kitchen, so there you go. I feel so bad for anybody watching this who hasn't seen the Tiny Town streams, because you're going to be lost. But that's okay. The point of this video is not to draw in new audiences, although if you are new, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're enjoying your time here. And if you are lost and confused, that is totally understandable. But if you kind of dig the vibe, hopefully you can have a good time. Let's do a wooden table, and I do want a high chair, because we do have the little baby. So I'll grab this one, which I think mostly matches our crib upstairs, and then a few other chairs. I'm probably going to go with the werewolves ones because I can. Okay, have I used something from every single pack? Have I used cats and dogs yet? Oh, that's right, we're supposed to have a pet. I'm gonna go with a cat because Bigfoot, in theory, has been rescuing the animals from our little tiny town, so I'm gonna put this over here. I understand that having the litter box in the kitchen is probably not ideal, but it's a good place to put it, like objectively speaking, so I think I will put it there. So now we've got a cat. We've got space for a child. I'll put another rug in here even. I might put in better lights. I don't know. I don't know if I can afford better lights. Let's try it. Lights are going to be a good thing to add now, and then we can switch back later. And I am realizing that my kitchen's kind of dark now. Well, whoopsie. Anyway, we've used cats and dogs. We've used cottage living. Have we used Love Struck yet? Yes, upstairs. I don't know that we have anything. Oh no, the windows are life and death. We've used at least one table so far from outdoor retreat. We've used a lot of werewolves. Have you used anything from toddler or laundry day yet? I don't think so. Okay, so toddler, laundry day, basement treasures, and book nook. I don't think I've used stuff from... Let's go back to the kids' room. What decorations do we have from toddler stuff? Surely there must be something. A little slide? Kind of want to put this out here in our garden spot. All right, well, anyway, that would be that taken care of. What does laundry day have that's good? Don't really want to put in laundry because that's expensive. This is basement treasures. Dusty trinkets. Here, that can be a decoration there. Laundry day does have this little like candle thing, which is sort of cute. Let's put it out there. I'll deal with that in a second. Also book nook. Yeah, something like this I think would be adorable. That looks like flowers or berries or something. Kitchen, dining, living space is going to be next. This is a pretty decent sized living room. Gosh, I'd love to put a fireplace in here. I don't know. We'll try. Because I think a cheaper couch will work in here fine. Like, I'm pretty sure the mega sofa will be totally work in the space. Yeah, that'll be okay. We can bring in basement treasures for a little coffee table. That's pretty cozy. You know, Bigfoot needs space to entertain. I'd like to maybe put a couple of kids' things over here in the corner because that would make sense and it would help us bring in potentially stuff from the packs that we're kind of lacking on. This treehouse, if I scale it down twice, will not only fit, but still be functional. So that's great. Ooh, and you know what else we should put over here is one of those like scratching post things. The cat and all the cat equipment is kind of a callback to our little castle, which is no longer with us, which is very sad. Okay, that's a decent base living room. We'll go back in with decorations and stuff later. We do need a guest space, though, for all of our guests. And I'd like this to be a callback to our cabin, where we did have a couple of air mattresses and some sleeping bags. So I think I'll put a couple of air mattresses in here, like so. Those should be accessible. Yeah, that should be fine. And I've had a bit of an idea for the yard area out here. Because I remember I wanted to put a pond, and I was thinking about putting the pond back here. But I think I'll put the pond up here. And I think it would be adorable to make a little garden area surrounded by these shrubs. So like the shrubs instead of a fence, so I can have them going into the roof there. And I'll have this one coming out here, and I'll arrange these a little bit better here. Anyway, I think this would be a great opportunity to use our new like tile terrain paints. That's a little bit bright, but anyway, use some of these and then put like planter boxes and stuff out there. Probably start with dirt as per the usual, and I'll have a path of some sort there-ish. And then I think I'll connect this with gravel so I don't have to worry so much about being on a grid and the gravel can overspill onto the tiles a little bit. We can have some gravel coming out this. Oop. Need a little bit more dirt this way. Alright. Gravel can come out this way. I'll put the slide over here. And I'll grab some planter boxes and it'll be adorable. There's some garden pots and things. I'll see if I can get any decorations in there. Could do some swings, maybe. That's $3.75 for swings. Pretty cute. Might be worth it. I'll think about that. And then I think a table or bench or something under here would be nice as well. I know I usually do a picnic table, but I think for once doing one of these would be better. And I wanted to put a couple of cute little chairs up here as well. Do I have rocking chairs with my current pack selection? I have this rocking chair, which is actually pretty cheap, all things considered. So maybe I do grab a couple of those. And then I think we've used every single pack at least once, and then I'll see how much more money I have for landscaping and decorating further. 24,000, not too bad. Specifically, I'd like to decorate with the quote-unquote mementos from the tiny town, and one of the things that we have on every lot right now is a gnome. But I think that sprinkling some little gnomes out here should be pretty simple. All right, so we can have a little alien gnome, and we can have a little flower gnome, and probably add some rocks or maybe flowers or something in here as well. We'll see about that. Got this little ghosty one, I think. I think we'll put you maybe coming out of these flowers. That might be kind of funny. A ghost haunting those flower boxes. Gnomes are kind of expensive, so that's probably about what I'm going to do there. We've used this rug a lot, so I think we should bring that back. I'll put that out here on our little porch. I think in the kitchen, we could probably do a honey pot. So if I go and grab decorations, I think it's miscellaneous. Yeah, these little guys. So if I grab these guys, and then pop on the gallery real quick and grab some citrine. Now I should be able to put these little pots over here and then grab this and raise it up a little bit and place a couple of them in the pot, and then that will look like it's full of honey. So there's one honey pot, and I'll make another one. All right, and we built 2 honey pots, so I think that should be a decent nod to the honey pot creation. What else did we build? I do have these wreaths, and I think we actually used this for our one ghost that was a florist. We can't forget about our llama-shaped house, so let's... Oh my goodness, I always forget how massive this thing is. Put that in here, I guess. I could grab some art supplies from our industrial loft thing. Now, I'm not allowed to have Strangerville, so I'm just going to say this is one of the desks from his anthropology studies. What else would be good? Oh, I guess we need a trash can. For old time's sake, let's go ahead and put a couple of coolers in this room, which for some reason stack really well. Honestly, I've lost track of what all we've built over these many days. It might just landscape. No, I still feel like we should be doing more in this area. What do we have? We could grab these posters that we put up in that French colonial library. Why not? I think that a radio of some sort would be nice. Use the gramophone. It's notorious for not slotting on anything, so the fact that we can slot it on something feels good. Okay, I need to landscape. How much money do I have to landscape with? Nothing. Okay. It's the gnomes, isn't it? It might also be the citrine. How much is one of those? 60. Maybe we just do the small pot. And I think I might just have a little group of 3 gnomes out here. See, we've got the daisies for 20. These are all 20 as well. I think the daisies are probably going to give me my most bang for my buck over here. Grab a few of those. I'll grab a couple of rocks as well. Oh, wait. My pond. Keep forgetting about this pond. I told you guys I was going to do this ages ago. If I make a little V and then I put the water in it, then I can see if it's a heart or not and then work it from there. So like this, I'll take my flatten, I'll make it a little bit softer, and I'll push out a little bit around here. I'll do a little bit of a smooth to try and round out those areas. And then I'll flatten down this way to bring the base to a bit of a point, and that should be an okay little heart pond. I don't know why it's insisting on being pointy right there. It's kind of annoying. I guess it's just how the game works. That's what plants are for. Okay. Oh, can I change the watercolor? I can. Usually I like to use my low-lying pale yellow flowers to edge the pond with, which if I scale it up once, covers a decent amount of space. So maybe I can still do that over here. And then I'll just bring in a couple more of my little daisies and another set of rocks. A little bit more terrain paint. We'll see what our current monetary value is, and then we'll see what we have to change. I do want to put another tree back here. Sure, that'll work. It's not the best tree for the world. Well, actually, the pine trees aren't that expensive. For some reason, I thought they were more expensive. I'm not really sold on any of these lightings for the front. So we're at 28,648. That's actually not bad. I didn't add a chimney, so I will grab one of those. You know what? I'm actually really surprised that we managed to get it in under budget. We might even be able to add an outdoor light over our door. What do you think about that? That's pretty fancy. I think some swans would be nice as well. 28,858. Awesome. So we are below the budget. I can't think of anything else I have to add. I did remember a bathroom, which has been a bit of a problem, but whatever. I will play test it before I upload it. You'll be seeing playtesting footage now. So the brief once again was a home for Bigfoot and his new spouse, should have a nursery for expected addition to the family, a pet, which can be either a cat or a dog. I chose cat because currently the house we're building for Bigfoot in the tiny town has a cat. Well, a lot of cats actually. A small outdoor garden area, various mementos from Bigfoot's adventures in Tiny Town Land, both from his previous homes, and a collection of items that are from previous homes in Tiny Town as well, and a guest room to hold to how his previous house played host to the many homeless Sims in Tiny Town. So thanks you guys for building with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this home down below, and I look forward to building with you all again very, very soon. Bye!